Gang gang. Back in the day, yeah, when the Omen, yeah, was younger, yeah, that's the big one. Young Money's this little one. The Omen's the big one. People used to red eye me, yeah, just because of the relationship that me and the Omen had. This middle, like we would communicate with just facial expressions and body language. So when it was time for him to cut, he looked at me. I said, "Okay, it's time for us to go home." It's the middle. Like back in the day now, like when the man them wanted to come and chill in my house when cause I had my own house when I was 15. Yeah, I could live by myself since I was 15. You get me? But I've never lived alone. This is the first time I've ever lived completely by myself. Anyway, that's not the point. Yeah, like they would just red eye me and jealous me, bro. So when like the man them wanted to chill, like when I was living in Broccoli, yeah, not my man them, like the Broccoli man them, the gangsters. Yeah, when they wanted to come and chill with my house, yeah, I was like, no, it's not my yard still. It's my man's yard, you get me? And he was only 4 these times. So they would look at him, yeah, and be like, say nothing, you get me? I respect that, I respect that. So no man them used to come into my house like that. Only brothers that I knew, you get me? Like, my ones, yeah. So no one was allowed to put their hand on my child. Nobody. And it banned them because they wanted to do things. Now I've got a little nephew, yeah. This child is wild. You can't, if you hit him, he will hit you back. Yeah, 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 and I like that. Because I don't be putting your hands on my nephew. One day, yeah, a certain person, right, we went out. Darkness got a new job, yeah. So he took us and he paid for us, and he said to us, one drink and one plate of food. Don't be going out too extra. But who with their Wonga belly? Yeah, yeah, Jackie Dice. Yeah, 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 with their Wonga belly. She got told. And even I had to reiterate what he said to her. He just said one drink and one. Don't be going out no extravagance. I looked at Young Money. I said, make sure, right. She kept up fuckery. She did. Anyway, my nephew now, we're in the car waiting for darkness because now he's in his interview, innit? But the little boy's mad, yeah? He's mad. So we had to take him and put him into the car because he don't like people, he don't like outside, he don't like much. He's like his auntie when I like things. So we're in the car now. His mum's there, I'm in the middle, and Young Money's sitting there. He's in the front driving the car, yeah, right, with his little self, standing up on the seat, turning the wheel, and that is sitting next to him in the passenger seat. Yeah. So, yes, Jackie Dice, that it, yeah. Cool, cool now. She must have slapped him, yeah. And all till now, we don't know why she did slap him. But my nephew pick up the ashtray. Oh, Taddy, something dear. He fling ashtray, fling, boy, right in her mouth. Right in her mouth, yeah. So, the moral of the story, yeah, is it runs in the blood. He belongs to us now after he did that. Yeah, but they're just jealous because they didn't have the relationship. They didn't have the love or the care or the attention to get it. And we did. But, you know, sometimes, excuse me, sometimes people can get into your child's ears when them named Stacey Darren Williams. Yeah, his dad got into his ears and started telling him, oh, your mum's mad. So he started going to school and saying that I'm mad. Yeah. Everything his dad told him to say, he went to school and said it. But when he was 5 years old, his dad was telling him to go into school and say stuff about me, yeah? Which he did. But it took a whole 10 years for him to actually get to live with his dad. And he was there 5 months and he didn't like it. Yeah. He would go to their house and his brother had a car bed and all of this stuff. Their house was all nice and that. And our house was mashed up and put down. Yeah, we lived in disrepair for like 11 years, innit? Do you remember I told you I had to stop paying rent and that because I even stopped claiming child benefit because it's fraud, innit? You can't be claiming money for a house that's smashed down. Yeah. So it was a stark difference, innit? So he wanted to stay there. So I sent him to live with his grandma and his dad when he was 8 years old. I put him in a cab, I packed up his things and I sent him down there. They shipped him, he came back in the same cab. And the woman that was driving, yeah, was so vexed. The cab driver was angry. She said he didn't even get out the car, like she sent him away and all of this stuff. And she said if it was my grandchild, I would have took him in. I would have never pushed him out like that. It's clear that you need some type of help in it. So, sometimes in life, yeah, people go around saying things about you and they won't tell the truth, They will never ever tell the truth. But as I said, innit, I'm going to sit down here and I'm going to talk the things because people need to come up off my name. When it come time now, yeah, because he said I pushed him down the stairs. Yeah, the omen said I pushed him down the stairs. When it come time, the police come, did their, like they looked at the stairs and that, they was like, boy, if she pushed you down the stairs, you would actually be dead, you would have broke your neck and all of these things and that. Then they questioned him, innit? They took him to the special place and questioned him and he wouldn't talk. He just wouldn't talk. And that's what I had to put up with. He's just like his dad. They will shut down and they won't say nothing. So, as black parents, yeah, you just get boxed up, bruv. Psh, 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 open your mouth and talk, innit? And he still wouldn't talk. So, obviously, just like little things in it, like woo woo woo. Just little things in it, and as black people, yeah, black people don't like that, If you ask for a question, you need to open up your mouth and speak. And if you don't speak here, we're going to assume that someone's bothering you, someone's doing you something, someone's troubling you. Yeah, it did turn out that somebody was troubling him though. It did turn out that because I told him if someone's troubling you at school, yeah, this is what you must do. There was a teacher that kept on squeezing his hand. I said to him, scratch her on the hand that she's squeezing you with. Scratch her on the hand that she's squeezing you with. So he scratched her on the hand. So she come complaining to me, talking about how he scratched me. I said, stop squeezing his hand then, innit? And because I'm like 15, I was with like 17, 18-year-old, yeah? Big up yourself. I'm going to call her Tigger. I was with Tigger, innit? And we was at a butterfly and aquatic centre. We went on a trip. And she was squeezing up his hand. She come over to us. Rare. And obviously, Tigger said, I'll bust your face. I will actually beat you up right here. That's how that beef got squashed. Then, when he was in class, and there was things going on, because they used to try to take him to a room and put him in there with just one teacher on his own. So I said to him, if they start moving nuts, you fling the chair, thump them up in their belly. What did he do? He fling the chair, thump them up in their belly. He went mad. And they was like, how comes he's so strong? I said, listen, my grandma is a giant, Yeah, she's a giant. Her legs are that big. That big. Her legs, her calves. Yeah? Her calves. Her thighs were humongous. Her thighs was literally one of mine. Her thighs was two of my legs. Yeah? Let me show you. This is how big her thighs was. From there to there. Yeah, she was a giant. She had 2 bar stools in her kitchen, yeah? One time she picked up the bar stool. I was pregnant with young money. She just missed my belly, She picked it up by the foot. She bent down and picked up the bar stool by the foot. And she picked it up over her head and she swung it back. Just missed my belly. And she went to lick after her son, yeah? All the time, yeah. She went to lick after him, brother, with the stool. This is a stool that we have to move with 2 hands. In her 80s, yeah. She was old when she did it. Yeah. About 2-3 years before she died, innit? It was mad. Sound like we're just from strong stock, innit? Like, we're from strong stock. That's what it is. But, yeah. We've been through it, man. We've been through it, trust me, but... He thumped them up. Thump them up. Then put them on pan, or you must thump them up. And I'm going to come and thump them up again. The very last time he went to the school, I left him at the school there, yeah, because they said he'd get kicked out. I said, nah, I got college. You ain't got no kick out, yeah? So I'm walking home. I'm walking up the road with my pushchair and the teacher's following me. The teacher put his hand on my hand I look at the teacher's hand and my hand, you know, he removed his hand so fast and said sorry and just went back by his business. Because where I was, if I did lick down the man there and then, the police would have said, why did you follow her so far? The school is all quay up there. Why did you follow her so far? Got home now. This must have been the Thursday. By Saturday, yeah, the police was knocking on my door asking me how comes I abandoned my son at school. Telling me that I abandoned him there, you know. When the policeman saw him, he said, oh, no, no, minute. The policeman looked at me and said, why is he eating McDonald's for? And why has he got a fresh trim? Because I explained that he was being naughty, rare, blah, blah, blah. And they explained at school that he got a dash out, so he shouldn't have been there. The policeman was asking me all kinds of questions like, what is going on here? The next time now, when the social worker come to the house, he went upstairs in the Omen's room, yeah, both of their room. Pixar, he had everything. Yeah, because at that time I didn't understand where the water was coming from. I just thought this youth was kept on spilling drinks in his room until the staining on the ceiling he woke up one time and was like, my walls are bleeding. I come in the room, yeah, and it just finished snowing, so the snow was falling out. All of the walls, it looked like blood dripping down the walls, bruh. From that day there, you know, I've never slept alone. Yeah, imagine, he slept in my bed when I was 14, you know. I didn't make that boy come out of my bed till I found out he was sexing one girl and he almost got her pregnant. Jesus have mercy. Gang. How comes this story's got so much twisted turns, G? That didn't stop. The day I took his phone and said no more sleeping in my bed is the day that boy moved out my yard and went to live with his dad. I had the two of them, and he's 7 years older than his brother. So I had a 7-year-old and a 14-year-old sleeping in my bed with me. Yeah, because their walls kept bleeding. Even when the house got done, you know. Bruh.